not start with Donald Trump. He is a symptom, not the cause. He's just capitalizing on resentments that politicians have been fanning for years.
Resentments they've been fanning or resentments of those politicians? That's my question. President Obama calling President Trump out by name and diving into the midterms in the 2018 election, looking to help Democrats regain some of their congressional seats. Ford McConnell, chair of the Civic Forum PAC, and Robin Biro, a former regional field director for the Obama campaign, joins us now. Robin, do you think that's going to be effective?
I think he gave a very effective speech today. We needed his voice. Frankly, I'll be honest, I'm not seeing a whole lot of leadership from the Democratic Party itself. So he did a really good job today of attacking apathy and bringing out the point that only 1 in 5 young people voted in the last election. And polls still show that we have trouble as Democrats headed to the midterms with trying to turn out the young vote. And I was really glad to see that he laid out some cohesive, coherent issues because right now the party has 435 official platforms.
Yeah.
But you know what, though, Robin? Here's the thing, okay? You guys really only have one issue, and that is Donald Trump. And to be perfectly honest, Melissa, the Democrats are beyond fired up, okay? This could actually be a net positive for the Republicans because the problem in 2018 is staring the Republicans right in the face, and that is an enthusiasm gap. Take a look at one of the latest Fox News polls. You'll see that 76% of Clinton voters are certain that they're going to turn out in November. Only 67% of Trump voters are certain that they're going to turn out. That number needs to be more than, closer to even between the two parties if the Republicans are going to take back or hold the House.
But let me ask you both about the argument he was making, though, because when he said he talked about the ruling class and breaking the death grip that the ruling class has protecting its power in this country. And President Obama talked about himself as a step forward and President Trump as a step back. A lot of people who voted for President Trump hear what President Obama was saying and think, the ruling class that has a death grip are politicians in Washington, that elitists like President Obama are that ruling class that has a death grip, and the revolution was about people like them. Robin, I mean, do Democrats realize that half of America hears that talk and thinks of politicians in Washington and those elitists as the ruling class who have the death grip?
Melissa, yes, you just nailed it. And I want to be clear. The swamp is on both sides. We have a swamp in the Democratic Party ourselves that needs draining. I would love to see someone replace Nancy Pelosi as Speaker, for example. I think she's a masterful legislator, but we need a new voice because Republicans are doing a wonderful job of using her name very effectively to attack Democrats as being Pelosi Democrats, and it's working. So we really do have some issues on our side. Obama rightfully called the Democratic Party out on several of those today, and I was glad to hear it, Melissa.
Ford, what do you think?
Well, look, you have to understand that President Trump was swept into power precisely because of the Obama agenda. And essentially, the idea that he's back on the campaign trail is going to remind a lot of Republicans of the consequences of giving Democrats in Washington back the power and therefore what it's like under the status quo. So therefore, I think this is a great thing that he's out there. And if you notice very carefully, Obama's only visiting what I would call Democratic-friendly territory, which in California, New York, and Ohio. I promise you, I'd love him to go to Montana. I'd love him to go to North Dakota because then I know that the Republican will win that Senate race.
What do you think about that, Robin?
Today was actually a Republican stronghold, the specific district that he was in, and they laid out a very clear plan that he does plan on going to those because he said himself in the speech today, we have to fight for every single vote because what we did in 2016 obviously didn't work.
Robin, let's be honest. Heidi Heitkamp does not want President Obama outside of fundraising in North Dakota. John Tester has already said, please do not come to my state. I'm just saying in a lot of the key races, you're not going to see Obama. This is all about Obama and his legacy and his ability to influence the Democratic Party, and that's it.